Welcome everybody. This class I am going to start a new chapter, that is computer network. Now, what do you mean by network? Network means it's a group of people. They are sharing their ideas or information about a thing. That you can call it as network. It's a group of people. Same way, computer network means it is a collection of interconnected devices. Collection of interconnected computers and other devices are called computer network. Computer network means it's a collection of devices which is used to share the information or share the data. Interconnected devices can be able to share or exchange the information. That is known as networking. So, computer network means it's a collection of interconnected computers and other devices are called a computer network. Now we can see what are the advantages of computer network. The first advantage is resource sharing. Resource sharing means the devices which are connected in the network is shared among all the users. For example, in our school lab, we have around 41 or 40 computers are there. Only one printer is there. That printer is shared among all the 40 computers. So you can give the printout from any of the computer which is connected in that network. Automatically the print will be go in that printer. So that means the printer is shared among all the 40 computers in the computer lab. So that is your resource sharing. The resource is printer. That printer is shared among 40 different users. That is known as resource sharing. Second one is improved communication. You can perform communication among all these 40 computers. One device can send a message to other device, or communication is possible among the users, among the devices connected in the network. That is your improved communication. And the third one is reduced communication cost. That means due to the use of computer network, we can send large quantity of data at a low cost. You can send a large quantity of data from one system to another system at low cost. There is another advantage of network. Another one is you can store the same data or same information in multiple systems. If any one of the system is failed, that system or you can access the same content from another system. That is the reliability of data. That means same data can be stored in multiple systems. There is a backup is there. And if any one of the system is failed, then user can access the same content from the other system. That is known as reliability of data. Another main or common advantage of network is central storage capacity. Central storage capacity. That means you can store the data in a common device, in a single device, and multiple users can access the same data from the central device. That is central storage of data. So once again, what are the advantages of computer network? First one is resource sharing. Resources can be shared among multiple users. Devices which are connected in the network can be shared among multiple users. That is resource sharing. Second one is communication is possible. Between the devices, communication is possible. Third one is low cost communication is possible. Fourth one is reliability of data. Same data can be stored in multiple devices. If one of the system is failed, you can access the data from the other device. That is reliability of data. And the last one is central storage of data. Central storage of data means you can store the data in a common device, in a common computer or common PC. and the other users can access the data from the common PC. That is known as central storage. So that means you are not using the memory of the other device. You are storing in one device and everybody is accessing from that device. So other devices memory you are not using at all. Yet they are accessing from the central device. That is known as central storage of data. Now we can see certain elementary terms which are used in network. Terms which are used in network. First one we can see what do you mean by node. N-O-D-E. Node means each device which are connected in the network is known as a node. Devices which are connected in the network is known as a node. Second one is server. What do you mean by server? Server means it is a main computer in the network. It is a main computer in the network which will store all the software needed for the networking. And data sharing is done from this server computer. All the hardware, software sharing, resources are shared or resources are sharing from the server. And that capability, sharing facility is done by this server computer. So, server means it is the main computer which is connected in the network. And all the devices, all the software which are needed for the networking is stored inside the server. And by using that server, everybody can access the content. That is known as a server. And the third one is NIC. NIC full form is Network Interface Card. You can see this picture. If you have a PC, then you can see on the back side of that PC, this picture, this devices you can see over there. When you open the PC, not directly it is not visible, but when you open the CPU, you can see this device over there. This is known as NIC. To this port you are connecting your network. So that network card, that is known as NIC. So it is a hardware component that connect devices to the network. So using this device you are connecting your computer to the network. So that is known as NIC. It is a hardware component which is used to connect the devices to the network. And the next term is MAC address. MAC. MAC means Media Access Control. MAC address. MAC address is the address assigned to this NIC. It is the address assigned to NIC. It is a permanent address written by the NIC manufacturer itself. It is written inside the hardware component itself, which is used to identify the device which is connected in the network. It is similar to IP address, but it is not. But both are not same. NIC is given. MAC address is given to NIC. See that it is a 6 set of numbers separated by colon, and each set is representing a hexadecimal value or numeric value. MAC address is a 6-byte address or 48-bit address. Once again, MAC address means that is a full form of MAC, Media Access Control. This address is assigned to NIC. What is NIC? Network Interface Card. It is a device which is used to connect your device to the network. So, MAC address is address given to NIC. It is a 6-byte address or it is a 48-bit address, which consists of six set of numbers are there. They are separated by colon. See that this is a MAC address. This is an example for MAC address. So here 6 set of numbers are there. They are separated by using colon. It can be a numeric number or it can be hexadecimal. That means hexadecimal values also. We studied what is hexadecimal. Any number from 0 to 9 and A to F. So it can be a hexadecimal number or a numeric number. That is your MAC address. And the next one is IP address. IP address means Internet Protocol address. It is the address given to the system when you connect your device to the internet. When you take an internet connection, automatically an IP address is given to that particular device. So, using this IP address, the device is identified in internet. In internet, each device is identified by using its IP address. IP address is a 4-byte address. MAC address is a 6-byte address, whereas IP address is a 4-byte address, or it is a 32-bit address, which consists of 4 set of numbers are there, which are separated by using dots. And these numbers are in the range of 0 to 255. I'll show you one example. See, this is an example for IP address. It is a number ranging from 0 to 255, and there is a 4 set of numbers will be there. They are separated by using dot. That is IP address. So once again, just what's the difference between MAC address and IP address? MAC address is the address assigned to NIC. It is a normal question for your board exam. MAC address is the address assigned to NIC. It is a 6-byte address, and which consists of 6 set of numbers separated with colon. It can be a numeric number or hexadecimal value. Whereas IP address is the address assigned to the devices which is connected in the internet, or when you take an internet connection, automatically that device will get an IP address. So the IP address is a 4-byte address which are separated by using colon. 4 set of numbers which are separated by using colon. These 4 set of numbers are in the range of 0 to 255. So that is IP address. Now we can see what is domain name. Domain name. Domain name means it is the name of a website. Name of a website is known as a domain name. So what do you mean by website? Website means it's a collection of web pages. What you are watching inside your internet is everything in the form of a website. So website means it's a collection of different pages. So the domain name means name of a website is known as a domain name. So each of the website is stored inside a main computer, inside a server. That server has an IP address is there. Actually, from the domain name, you can extract the IP address of that computer where it is stored. So if you want to access a particular website, you are using the domain name. You can access the same thing by using the IP address, but it's too difficult to recollect or remember the IP address. So instead of IP address, we are using the domain name to access a website. So what I told you is domain name means it is just the name of a website. See that it is the name of a website is called a domain name. It is the address of a website. Every website has an IP address is there, but it is difficult to remember the IP address. So instead of the address, we are using the domain name. See that I have given one example, Microsoft.com. It is a domain name. That is a website name. So that is known as domain name. Next we can see URL. What do you mean by URL? Uniform Resource Locator. The complete address of a website is known as URL. That means if the domain name with the protocol is known as URL. Domain name with the protocol. You can see the difference between domain name and here it is domain name and here it is URL. See that I just use HTTPS is here. That means HTTP means it is a protocol used or supported or used in that particular website. So, if the domain name with the protocol is known as URL. If you are using only the website name, then it is known as a domain name. So, these are the common terms which are used in network. So, once again, just recollect what do you mean by network? What are the advantage of network? What do you mean by NIC? Network Interface Card. That means it's a hardware device which is used to connect your device to network. A MAC address is the address assigned to NIC, which is a 6-byte address. IP address is a 4-byte address that is assigned to each device connected in the network, connected in the internet. That is your IP address. Next we studied about domain name. Domain name means it is the name of the website. If the name of the website include the protocol, then it is known as URL. Protocol means this is the protocol name. HTTP is the protocol name. So protocol means it is that we will study in next classes. It is a set of rules that is to be followed by each devices connected in the network. So HTTP is the protocol name. So if your website name include the protocol, then it is known as the URL. Okay. Next topic we can study in next class. Okay. Thank you.